Now, if there is anything we do so well as human beings is, the ability to, undervalue the things that we have and overvalue the things that we do not have. And that is applicable to almost everyone. And that is why you hear a lot of people say that we must learn how to appreciate, our lives and the things that we have. Now, the biggest obstacle to happiness in life is to undervalue the things that you have and overvalue the things that you do not have. And this is something we do very well as human beings. Welcome back to my channel. This is the Mindset Mentor Podcast with Anosa. I am your host. Okay, so now, do you know that it's almost like everyone is guilty of this? I am guilty, you are guilty, a lot of people are guilty. Now, if we want to begin to count our blessings by the day, we will be counting it forever, because a lot of us do not look at where we are coming from. Yeah, we do not look at where we are coming from. We only see the things that we do not have, okay? Now, a lot of us are coming from where you will call nowhere, okay? But God has blessed you. God has been merciful. Over the years, you find out that those that went through secondary, primary school with you, you turn around, they are no longer there. In the universities, you had friends who were there. You turn around, they are no longer there. And today, all you hear us say is that, I am 35, I am 37, I am not married, I don't have a good job, I don't even have a house, I don't have good friends, I don't have this, I don't have that, I have a useless husband, I have a useless mother-in-law, I have a useless this, I have a useless that, and we complain and complain and complain and complain. We analyze our situations. As a matter of fact, these days I used to say, when people begin to open their, book of Revelation, what is it called? Sorry, book of Lamentation, you will laugh so much, especially in Nigeria. You meet a friend today and you say, look, I'm coming to visit you today, but I am not coming. When I come, I don't want you to open your book of lamentation. Let's be happy for once, right? Now, this is, why we complain so much. We complain that much because we overvalue the things that we don't have and undervalue the things that we have. When you see women with children, a woman has got 3 children. She has a small job that she is doing. Her children are not hungry. She's got a husband who does not have all the most fancy things in the world, but he is caring. He comes back home and he says, my love, how are you doing? Why is your face like that? Why is this like this? And all of that. Then this woman gets up in the morning. She is nagging and nagging, complaining and complaining. And she is complaining so much. Most times we do this unconsciously because we do not understand that we are overvaluing the things we do not have. What are the things you don't have? You don't have money to live in the finest places of your city. You do not have a husband who is wearing jeans and wearing earring and going around and forming funny all over the place. You do not have a husband who takes you to club and he sleeps in club and he comes back at night all drunk and all of that. You say that man, I love his vibes, and all of that. That is what you are looking at. You have a husband who is calm and collected, who comes in, and when he's arguing with you, he's very, very, reasonable, and, a man who holds your hands in the morning and say, honey, let's pray, and you live in this small 1-bedroom flat or 2-bedroom flat and all of that, and you have friends who are living in mansions in town, in Metama, Sokoro if you're living in Abuja, and in Lagos if you're living in Lekki, or all of those choice places and all of that. They drive with their fancy car. They come to pick you and they take you out and all of that. You go home, you begin to get angry with your husband because you feel that he is not doing well enough. Should he be doing well enough, you won't be in that situation. You will be like your friends. You know what? The reason happens to be that you are overvaluing the things you do not have and undervaluing the things you have. It's important to know that, there is nobody who has a perfect life, okay? Nature plays no favorite. God puts you in a particular place at a point in time, keeping you there to prepare for that, place of greatness that he wants to put you. You need to understand that You have 3 children, you have a child, you have like 2 kids, you're busy, you're all over the place, all unhappy because you are broke, because you feel your husband is broke. You forget that there are women who are already 50, they don't even have one. You know, there are women who are already 55, they would end up settling down with anybody, even men who are not their choice, like they don't want to be with, just because they want companionship, they want to stay. But you are you're struggling to go out. The reason is because you think the grass is greener on the other side. The reason you think is because you think your friend has given you an impression that they are gliding through life without any challenges, no problems whatsoever. You are comparing your situation with their situation, and that is how we undervalue the things that we have, and we overvalue the things that we do not have. Now, have you ever sat back to look at, things that happen to people? I had my cousin who had an accident and sustained a spinal cord injury. I was the major caregiver. I was there with him every day while he was alive. I saw strength. I saw how strong human beings can be. If there's one thing I learned from that situation, was the strength of my cousin. A situation where a man cannot get up, 7 years, 8 years, he was sitting down right there, and he couldn't get up to go to toilet on his own. He was like, of course you do understand, he was bedridden for close to 8 years before he passed on. It's one of those situations that gave me a very clear perspective about life when it comes to appreciating what you have and not undervaluing what you have and overvaluing the things you don't have. Do you know that there are some people who cannot speak? Do you know that there are some people who cannot feed the way you feed? Do you know that there are some people who are, they are not sure of what happens tomorrow? I do know that that is a general thing, except God decides to have mercy on you. There's nobody who is sure of their tomorrow or next tomorrow, but this is, staring them in the face, because they've gone to the hospital, they've told them you have 1 day, 2 days, 5 days to live. But these people are still very grateful to God. And, unfortunately with human beings, those who do not have, those without legs, those without hands, those without eyes, appreciate God, appreciate life more than those who have got everything. The reason is because what is important to us is wealth. What is important to us is, and being out there, being seen by people and all of that. Are you in that place today where you tend to appreciate the things that you do not have more than the things that you do have? What is it that is working for you? For everybody, I do know that sometimes we think that our life is just over. Nothing whatsoever is working for us. That is not true. There is something that is working for one person. One thing that is working for you, identify it, harness it, use it to make your life better. They said, as long as there is life, there is hope. You cannot sit back. All you do is lament and lament and lament and lament. You have kids, you have husband, you have, a place, a roof over your head. I said, where I come from, there is an adage that says that it's the house that covers all of us, okay? And you have all of these things. Let your appreciation start from there. Begin to appreciate the things you have today. You have kids, and all you see is the fact that they are stubborn. All you see is the fact that they are not good enough. You compare them to the kids of other people. You forget that kids are not the same. And, everything you see is wrong and wrong and wrong. Some people just see a glass as half empty rather than half full. They look around them. Everything they say is wrong. People around them are wrong. Their helps are wrong. Sisters are wrong. Brothers are wrong. Everybody is wrong. You need to reevaluate yourself and understand that you are the problem. Life is what it is. Nothing is perfect for anyone. Most times people make it seem as if it is perfect. It's important to know that it is indeed not perfect for anybody. So today, are you in a place where you want to learn how to appreciate the things that you have? What do you have? You have a beautiful son or a beautiful daughter. You have a great husband. He may not have all the money in the world. His account may not be as big as it's supposed to be, right? You live in a good home. You may not be living in the finest place in town, but you have your family. There are people who don't even have anyone. They don't have families to call on when they are in problems. You know, they don't have anything, but they are surviving. And these people appreciate God so much and appreciate life so much because they do know that life indeed is a gift. So what is that thing about you that makes you feel as though your life is the worst, as though everything around you is bad? I want you to know that it's not about the situation. I'm not here to undermine what you're going through because I am not there with you, but it is about the fact that you have to, you know, create a shift in your mindset and understand that God has blessed you, and you have to learn how to begin to appreciate the beautiful things that are in your life. Thank you so much. If you think this video has given you some value, kindly, you know, subscribe, please. Turn on the post notification bell, give this video a thumbs up, and do not forget to subscribe. Thank you, people. Thank you.